Hi students, today I am going to give a lecture on carbohydrates, right? In the last class we discussed about primary and secondary metabolites, right? Within biomolecules chapter, we have to discuss about carbohydrates, proteins, nucleic acids and lipids, right? So in this chapter, the molecules which are supporting for the carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, nucleic acids we are discussing, right? Definitely we'll discuss, and the compositions of all these components we will discuss, right? So from these components, what type of products are generated or what kind of products are produced, okay, which are also discussed. So here today we are going to discuss about the carbohydrates. First of all, the definition for the carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are polyhydroxy. Carbohydrates are polyhydroxy aldehydes or ketones. Carbohydrates are polyhydroxy aldehydes or ketones. Polyhydroxy aldehydes are ketones. Right? So here there is an carbohydrates are there. Carbohydrates are made up of with carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. See, we know the best example for the carbohydrate is the glucose. So if we observe the structure of glucose, there is an aldehyde group CH4, right? This is the OH, H, right? See, this is the H, OH, this is the OH and this is the H, and this is the OH and this is the H. This is the CH2OH. So this is the structure of glucose. This is the structure of glucose. So within glucose there is an polyhydroxy. This is the hydroxy. This is the hydroxy. Okay, this is the hydroxy. So polyhydroxy aldehydes. So this is the one of the aldehyde group. Polyhydroxy aldehydes or polyhydroxy ketones. So ketones, this is the structure of glucose, right? For ketones, CH2OH, C double bond O, right? This is the H and this is the OH, this is the OH, H, and this is the OH, H, and this is the CH2OH. So this is the structure of fructose. This is the structure of fructose. So this is the aldehyde group. This is the aldehyde group and this is the ketone group. This is the ketone group. So definitely carbohydrates are having either aldehyde group or ketone group, and which are having many number of hydroxyl groups. Many number of hydroxyl groups. That's the reason why carbohydrates are polyhydroxy aldehydes or ketones, right? So here the best examples are the glucose and the fructose. So that is about the definition of the carbohydrates. So based on the hydrolysis process, the carbohydrates classified into three types. The carbohydrates are classified into three types. See, the very first type of carbohydrates are monosaccharides. The very first type of carbohydrates are monosaccharides. All of you remember, monosaccharides are the very simple sugars. Monosaccharides are the very simple sugars. Remember, which are not hydrolyzed furtherly. These are the very simple and basic structures which are not furtherly hydrolyzed. So, simple sugars which are not hydrolyzed. So here, which are also called simple sugars. I already mentioned, and here. Sometimes, okay, monosaccharides also called simple sugars. Monosaccharides also called simple sugars. See, examples are the glucose, fructose, galactose. We know here, okay, the molecular formula for the glucose is the C6H12O6. Here, fructose, the molecular formula also C6H12O6. Galactose also. All these are 6 carbon contains compounds. So these are called as hexoses. These sugars are called as hexoses. Means, for suppose in a carbohydrates, 3 carbon compounds are present. These are called trioses. In a carbohydrate, 4 carbon compounds are present, which are called as tetroses. Okay, 5 pentoses, 6 hexoses, 7 heptoses. So here what I am telling, different types of carbohydrates, see different types of monosaccharides, different types of monosaccharides. Within monosaccharides, some are trioses, some are tetroses, some are pentoses, some are hexoses, some are heptoses. So based on number of carbon atoms, again the monosaccharides are classified. Definitely we'll discuss later with examples, right? So glucose, fructose, galactose, and some of the characteristic features of the carbohydrates. Always carbohydrates are having carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. See the ratio between hydrogen and the oxygen. The ratio between hydrogen and the oxygen always 2:1. 2 molecules of carbohydrates are there. 1 molecule of oxygen. 1 molecule of oxygen, right? And the carbohydrates are the major staple food. See, especially for South India, okay, rice, right? Rice is staple food. So in North India, there is in wheat. Most of the people are like to eat chapati and pulka, right? So, see, there isn't quite differences there from North India and South India. Especially in South India, rice is the major staple food, right? And this is the main energy source within the human body. The carbohydrates are the main energy source because we are eating the staple food is the starch. Starch is converted into glucose. Glucose involved in the glycolysis pathway followed by TCA cycle. Within these pathways, which are linked to the electron transport chain, produces the ATP. Produces the ATP, right? So within human body, 55 to 65% of energy, means 55 to 65% of ATP synthesis done by carbohydrates. ATP synthesis done by the carbohydrates, right? That is about that monosaccharides. That is about the monosaccharides. And coming to the next one is the oligosaccharides. Coming to the next one is oligosaccharides. See here, oligo indicates few. Oligo indicates here few. See, few means very limited number. Very few monosaccharides are combined. Very few monosaccharides are combined. Produces the structure. Produces the structure. So that structures are called as oligosaccharides. That structures are called as oligosaccharides. So here 2 to 10 monosaccharides are combined. 2 to 10 monosaccharides are combined. Produces the those structures. Those structures are nothing but here oligosaccharides. I like to give some examples. For suppose 2 monosaccharides are combined. This one is called as disaccharide. 3 monosaccharides are combined. Trisaccharide. 4 monosaccharides are combined. Right? Tetrasaccharide. 5 monosaccharides are combined. Pentasaccharide. 6 hexasaccharide. 7 heptasaccharide. So these are the types of oligosaccharides. These are the types of oligosaccharides. So how these carbohydrates are, how these monosaccharides are combined. How these monosaccharides are combined. Remember, the bond is called as glycosidic bond. The bond is called as glycosidic bond. Whatever that carbohydrates are there, the carbohydrates especially combine to form oligosaccharides or polysaccharides. Oligosaccharides are polysaccharides. So how these are combined means which forms the glycosidic bond, right? So here there is an oligosaccharides, 2 to 10 monosaccharides are combined to produce those structures, maltose, sucrose. See, maltose, glucose and glucose. Sucrose, we know the best one. See, there is an fructose molecule is there, right? The fructose which is interact with that glucose, right? So that one is called as sucrose. This one is also called invertase. We discuss the structure and the linkages also for the maltose and the sucrose. So here examples are maltose and the sucrose. Maltose and the sucrose. So here within the maltose, glucose and glucose, right? Within the sucrose there is an fructose and the glucose. Fructose and the glucose. So here how many number of monosaccharides are present? 2. Here 2. So This one is disaccharide. This one is also disaccharide. Like yeah, trisaccharide. There is an three monosaccharides are there. Raffinose is the best example. Stachyose is the best example, right? So these are the different types of oligosaccharides. These are the different types of oligosaccharides. See, that is about the oligosaccharides, right? And coming to the last one is the polysaccharides. Here the poly indicates many. Poly indicates here many. Many number of monosaccharides are combined, produces the large structures. Produces the large structures, which are called as polysaccharides. Many number of monosaccharides are combined, produces the large structures, which are called as polysaccharides. So within polysaccharides, many number of monosaccharides are present, right? See, which are joined by the glycosidic bond, right? So the polysaccharides here are classified into two types. The polysaccharides are classified into two types. One is called as homopolysaccharides. One is called as homopolysaccharides. Other one is called as heteropolysaccharides. Heteropolysaccharides. So, what is the difference between homopolysaccharide and heteropolysaccharide? Remember, both are polysaccharides, means which requires many number of monosaccharides to form, right? And homo indicates, we know that homo meaning is same type of sugar molecules are involved in the homopolysaccharides formation, or single type. The best one is the single type. Single type of sugars are only involved in the homopolysaccharides formation. Very simple. Polysaccharide, many number of monosaccharides are required. See, all these monosaccharides are same. All these monosaccharides are same. That is nothing but glucose. Glucose is the monosaccharide. Many number of glucose molecules are combined, produces the starch. So that one is called as homopolysaccharide. That one is called as homopolysaccharide. So here, homopolysaccharides, which are made up of with single type of sugars. Which are made up of with the single type of sugars. Here example is the starch is the best example, right? Cellulose is the best example. Starch is the best example. Cellulose is the best example, right? So here starch is made up of with repeated units of glucose, and cellulose is also made up of with repeated units of glucose. Or you are saying starch is made up of with the glucose, cellulose is also made up of with the glucose. Then what is the difference between starch and the cellulose? Linkage. Within the starch, there is an alpha 1,4 linkage is present. Within the cellulose, there is an beta 1,4 linkage is present. Beta 1,4 linkage is present. Within the starch, there is an alpha 1,6 linkage also present. Within the starch, alpha 1,6 linkage is also present. Within the cellulose, there is no further bonds. Here only beta 1,4 linkage only present. Here only beta 1,4 linkage only present, right? So that is about the homopolysaccharides. Homopolysaccharides are made up of with only single type of sugars. Only single type of sugars. Right? Coming to the polysaccharides. See, heteropolysaccharides. Sorry, these are called heteropolysaccharides. The second one is called as heteropolysaccharides. See here, heteropolysaccharides. Hetero means different. Hetero means here different. Hetero means here different. Different types of sugars means not a single type. Maybe the glucose is there, along with the glucose, other one is also present. Other type of sugar also present. So here, different types of sugars are involved in the formation of heteropolysaccharides. Different types of sugars are involved in the formation of heteropolysaccharides. So here, there are several examples are there. Okay, definitely there are several examples are there. We'll discuss. See, we know about that hemicellulose. Hemicellulose is one type of heteropolysaccharide. Hemicellulose is one type of heteropolysaccharide. So, other examples also there we'll discuss regarding to the heteropolysaccharides. Here, right? So that is about the difference between homopolysaccharides and the heteropolysaccharides. Homopolysaccharides and the heteropolysaccharides, right? In the next class, we'll discuss about that the characteristic features of the monosaccharides. The characteristic features of the monosaccharides, right?